Welcome, average iOS and iPadOS users. Today we are going to cover the new features of iPadOS 18. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to my iPad screen. So this is my iPad screen, as you can see. It is my iPad screen. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with some enhancements in Apple Notes. So the first we're going to talk about is Smart Script. Now, what is Smart Script? Smart Script basically will allow you to write in your own handwriting. Is a test. And it straightens it out for you the best it can. So if you don't have great handwriting, this is a great way to help you now with Smart Script. Another enhancement of Apple Notes is the ability to copy text and paste it in your own handwriting style. So let me go ahead and show you that. We have another note here that I just typed out. This is a test, so we're going to go ahead and copy this. Then we're going to go back to our note, paste, and as you can see, it now took the text that we copied and put it in our kind of our own handwriting style to the best that it could do. It's not perfect, but it works. Okay. Another thing, another enhancement of Apple Notes is live audio recording and transcription. So to do this, we're going to bring our mouse over so you can see. We're going to hit the paper clip, and we're going to start an audio recording. We're going to start the audio recording, and at the top right corner, you're going to see a text bubble. If you click that, it will now transcribe everything that the recorder, audio recorder is picking up. So you will have a typed text transcription of the audio recording. This would be great for when you're in meetings or at lecture halls. So we're going to go ahead and stop this. And we're going to hit done. Now we have the audio recording here, but we also have the transcription if we want, that we could copy and paste from it. So that's a great new feature. Let's see, what else? We'll go back into my actual notes here so that you can see. You notice I have one section here highlighted, highlight text in different colors. Basically, you can highlight any text. And let's see. Nope, that's not it. Oh. And then you're going to click the two A's. And then at this last bubble here has all your has your 5 different colors: purple, pink, orange, mint, and blue. So you can highlight text in different colors now to color code your notes. The other thing we can do is we can move, let's say we wanted to move this whole section, this customization section, including what I have below it. We're going to make sure that it's closed, and we're going to get how we can do this in a minute. We're going to copy that. We're going to cut it. We're going to come here, we're going to hit return, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to paste that. All right, so now let's close some of these because it kind of opened all of them. All right. Now the customization, let me show you how we do that. Where I have these drop down arrows now. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to type in header. All right. And we're going to go ahead and copy this. And we're going to select the two A's again. And we're going to put this as heading. So now if we go ahead and do another line, this is a subheader. So now if we go ahead and we're going to copy this. Go to the two A's again. And this time we're going to put it as a subheader. And then we're going to do one more line. This is our main text. All right, so this is the same note, but this is on my Mac version of the notes section. And we have our header, and then this is our main text and our subtext. So you can see it does work. So next is we're going to talk about the Files app. Now, one of the things on the new Files app, I can't really show you because I'm displaying my iPad to my computer for this recording. But if we had an external drive and we had the external drive showing up on our side here, we would now be able to format it directly on the iPad. The iPad now allows formatting of external drives directly on the iPad. So you do no longer have to connect your external drive to a Mac to reformat it to use on your iPad. You can do it right directly in the Files app right now. The other thing that is new in iPadOS 18 is, okay, say you're going somewhere and you're not going to have internet, but you need access to some files that you normally have store everything on iCloud. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, whoops. So say we wanted to keep this movie ticket on our iPad to have access when we have no internet. We're going to touch and hold. All right. And now we're going to see this pop-up menu. We can select keep downloaded. That will download it to our iPad. So that when we have no internet, we have access to that file. So that's good if you're going someplace that does not have internet access. Let's do our Safari topic, which I know I don't normally use Safari. I'll say that right now. I usually use Chrome even on my iPad. I know a lot of people might use Safari, so I wanted to cover at least a little bit of it. Let's see if we can get an article. Here we go. So we can show you this better. All right, so we're going to go ahead again, and we're going to hit hide distracting items. You see how we're hiding those ads? All right. We also do get now we're seeing the summary of the website. All right, but that's Safari. Some basic changes in Safari. Let's see. Customization. You notice that my two icons here. Let me bring my mouse over. My two icons here are now no longer together. Neither is this widget right next to this widget anymore. Because with iOS 18, even though it still kind of snaps to a grid, it's more flexible on where you can place your items. So if we go ahead and enter wiggle mode, we'll go ahead and edit with home screen. We can move widgets around anywhere we want them. And they no longer snap right to the front side by side anymore. So you can now design your home page any way you want. This also works in portrait mode, which I cannot show you because I'm connected to my computer, but it does work in portrait mode, and it does keep both of those modes separate. So whatever you set it up in portrait mode, when you go back to landscape mode, it will be the way you set it up in landscape mode. Okay? Another item you can do, you can also do resize your widgets. Now, when you resize your widgets, it's automatically going to adjust the widget to that size. As you can see, it changed my weather to all those different types of widgets just by resizing the widgets. Another customization Apple gave us is in the control center. Okay? Same thing, if we tap and hold, we can now edit our control center. We can remove items if we don't want them. We can resize items, which I just messed up, but that's okay. So we're going to bring that back up. But you can resize your items to whatever, however you want. You also now have pages, in control center. So you have your main control center, and we can also add controls. This is very important. You might want to go through these. There's a lot more new controls that you can add to your control center now. And Apple has opened it up to third-party app developers to be able to create control center widgets. All right. But you also have pages that you could do. You got your media player, your home controls, and your settings, like your Wi-Fi, AirDrop, Bluetooth, all now in the control center. So the control center is very customizable as well. Reminders are now integrated in your calendar app. So let me go ahead and type in. We're going to type in reminders here. And we're going to just create a reminder. Okay. This is a new reminder. Okay. And we're going to put date, today's date, and we're going to say time. We'll say 11 a.m. Done. Okay. So now that's in the reminder app. Now, if we were to go to our calendar app, you see, let me go switch today. Our reminder now shows up in our calendar app. And we can mark it as done right in our calendar app. So the reminders and calendars are now integrated to help you with your reminders and appointments. Okay, and one of the new amazing features of iPadOS 18 is the ability to lock apps. Now, this can be done two different ways. I'm going to show you the way I suggest you do it first. There is a second way, which we will also show you. So, on your iPad, I'm going to use Safari for this example. You're going to tap and hold, and then you're going to hit Require Face ID. And then you're going to hit Require Face ID. And now, anytime you launch Safari, it's going to ask for Face ID. Now, if we don't look at the screen this time and we launch Safari, see, it's saying Face ID required, please try again. And it won't open the app. Now, the other option, we're going to say do not require Face ID. That puts it back to normal. The other option is if you click and hold. Oh, we had to do Face ID to unlock it. Okay. It's not giving me that option on this. Huh. Let's try this again. It maybe because Safari is a native Apple app. All right, let's try a different app. All right, we'll try this one. Require Face ID. Okay. So on a native Apple app, you don't have the option to hide it. But on a third-party app, you have two options: require Face ID or hide and require Face ID. Now, if you hit hide and require Face ID, it's going to ask you for your Face ID. It's going to tell you about a little bit about how it's hidden. And then you hit hide app. Now you notice the app disappeared. Let me show you. Let me move my camera here so you can see. Okay. I had an app on this side here, which now disappeared. Now, if I go to the app library, there's a new folder called Hidden, which doesn't show you anything, but it says it's hidden. Now, when you click on it, it's going to require your Face ID. And then you can see what apps are in there. And then open it. And it will require the Face ID again to open it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You have to do it twice for that. So I recommend putting it do not require Face ID. And we're going to put that app back to where I had it. If I can find that app. There it is. So I'm going to drag this app back to where I had it. And then I'm going to, again, require Face ID. And then I'm just going to select require Face ID this time, not hide. Going to ask for my Face ID. Now it's locked. If I go into it, it's going to, it unlocked it because I was looking at my iPad. Now, if I don't look at my iPad, let me close that app. Okay, and if I don't look at my iPad and I click that app, it wants the Face ID. You can see everything is grayed out. You can't see what the app is or anything. And that is how you lock an app with Face ID now on iPadOS 18. Thank you. And the last new section, which I think is one of the best sections, is the calculator. The calculator now comes to iPad. If you see at the lower left-hand corner, we have a calculator. All right, if we go to, let's go to basic. Basic gives us our basic calculator. So 6 plus 3 equals 9, right? Now, we could also go to our scientific calculator for those of you who need that. Okay. We'll go back to our basic calendar. We also have now convert. Now, I have mine set to Canadian dollars right now. You can convert almost anything. Currency, area, data, angles, energy, force, fuel, length, power. So you can convert almost anything. All right. And the good thing is about this conversion is, let's say we want to find out how much something is in, say, Canadian. If it's $100 US with minus 20%. So we're going to go 100 minus 20%, and it will automatically calculate that equation in Canadian dollars, which would be $108 and 0.65 rounded up. Now, the fun part. So that's just the conversion. Now the fun part. Math notes. Okay. Now math notes can be done by typing, or if you have an Apple Pencil. Okay, so we had it. Let's do it by typing first. We'll go 24 minus 3 equals, and it calculates automatically. All right. Now I'm not great at math, but let's say x equals 2. And we're going to go 24 minus x equals. Now we set a variable x, and we put in an equation 24 minus x, and he gave us the answer. So we're going to do one more, but this time we're going to use our Apple Pencil. So we're going to go x equals 10. And then we're going to go 30 minus x equals, and it will solve the equation for you. And now, of course, you can do really more complicated equations than this if you know what you're doing. Now, let's just leave that like that. We'll close that out. Now, let's go back into our regular Notes app on our iPad. Okay? Because it's Math Notes and it uses the notes, it shows up in our regular notes as well. So that is Math Notes. So that is basically the changes in iPadOS 18. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it useful, please make sure to give a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. And I will do another full review when iPad 18.1 is actually released, which will be bringing Apple Intelligence to the iPad. Thank you.